Hello there, everybody. You're the audience. My name is Supersonic Blur, and welcome back to the next episode of Professor Layton vs. Phoenix Wright. Last time, we set off and started exploring Labyrinthia. And, yeah, so far we've just really got this idea that there's something happening today. Apparently further north is where that's going to be happening. So for now, we're just sort of waiting around. We have the option to move, so let's go ahead and explore the town. So yes, we have to the left and to the right. First thing I want to do is check there, whether or not there's anything. So we'll go down here. Got there a sec, just to make sure we've got all the hint coins. We don't have all the hint coins. I see. Knew it was worth checking. Now I've just got to find the little bugger. Wherever that is. Wherever it is. No, that's the cat. The cat that I still love. Is it on a rooftop? It might be on a rooftop. There it is. It's always, when in doubt, check the chimneys. It's almost always the chimneys. So, we got left and we got right. Either way we go, it's not too bad. We got 3 ink coins we can go for here, so, well, let's have a look about here. We've got, whoops, got an alarm set going off to let me know what time it is, because I'm an idiot who just doesn't know what time it is a lot of the time. I get absorbed in stuff and doing other things, so it happens a fair bit. Anyway, there's the second hint coin. Now we're just looking for a third before we get too far into anything. Still, though, it's been a couple days since the last episode of recording, so I'm a little rusty, but there it was. It was there, right there. Good, fantastic. That's the third. I assume the knights are the ones we talked to, because yes, as you can see, everyone else is in there. This is definitely the best weapon shop. I could blow a month's pay in this place. This sword, and this axe, and this mace. Ooh, and that new shield over there. What more could it not let me ask for? They all seem to be painstakingly crafted, but I can't help but wonder how a knight would be able to move with all this equipped. A soldier unable to wear this equipment is not fit to be called a knight. What's more, this amount of equipment is but the bare minimum required to effectively oust wrongdoers. Such a knave might come at me just like this. Oh? Yeah. Okay, what puzzle is this? Puzzle number 10, Shady Shadows. Okay. I've noticed an occurrence most strange while on my night watch. I see 4 shadows being reflected by the light, but there should be but one. What manner of witchery is this? Find my true shadow and fell this miserable curse. Okay. So, we have 4 shadows, which could be there. And I'll let you guys have a look to see which one it could very well be. Okay, so, looking at this then, what have we got that could be different? Well, first of all, it's not C. We know it's not C because that one's just moving out of sync. It is not D, because D is doing this thing with its arm where it's going down like that. It's going like that, so it's not that. So it's just between B and A at this point. So checking across, what have we got the difference between the two? What is the difference? Is it the spikes? Yes, it's the spikes. Ah, yes, it's the spikes. I got it, finally. If you look at the spikes on A, there are 4 spikes. B does not have 4 spikes. It's on the weapon, if I memo this. You can't see it on there, but that's unfortunate. But yeah, A has 4 spikes on the mace, so it is B. Yeah, there we go. B is the correct shadow. Yes, there we go.
That was indeed an intriguing puzzle.
It was indeed. The nefarious witchcraft has been thwarted. Well done. You saw right through that shadowy deception with consummate ease. Such powers of observation, they're outstanding. If you notice anything untoward, be sure to let me know immediately. Certainly, we'd be pleased to help. Unfortunately, villains tend to be careful too. Recently I've heard many tales about badly behaved youths. It seems there are 2 in particular who are up to no good together. I intend to deal with them before any of the townsfolk fall foul of their misdeeds. So I must remain on my guard at all times, in case they suddenly appear. He's definitely a knightly sort of knight, isn't he? But these streets seem so peaceful. It's hard to imagine any villains around here. It's a shame.
Well, we must hope they apprehend those individuals soon. Let's offer our support too where we can.
Right you are, Professor. Yes. Yeah, like I said, it's been a couple days since doing some of this stuff, but so far everything's been quite nice. I actually got a really interesting text today. Well, on day of recording. I'm getting first shot for the old Vacky, so that's gonna be fun. So what have we got here? Well, of course we have one.
I say, sir, that's a delightfully elegant hat you're wearing there. If you were willing to part with it, I would pay a fair price. I don't see any hats for sale on your shop front. You obviously don't frequent this part of town, do you? I'm Price, a pawnbroker. I deal with anything from heirlooms to hats. You can't beat Price when it comes to price.
So you're a pawnbroker.
Well, I'm afraid I'm a little too attached to this hat to let it go. After all, it is the mark of a gentleman.
Very well, I can see it's a treasured item, and rightly so. Never mind then. But if you're not selling, then how about we buying something? I wonder if the money we have on us would pass as currency here.
What's that? You're currently short of funds? Then here's what I'll do. As today is a special day, I'll let you have a little something for free. That is, if you can solve this puzzle.
Now, I'll bet this young man excels at puzzles like this one. Huh? You mean to say you're even selling puzzles? Of course. Of course. Let's see what we've got here. Puzzle number 11, the royal victim. Okay. Let's see what we've got here. The knight was attacked. The king was attacked. The attack has left him on the floor unconscious. People rushed to the scene of the attack, preventing the suspect from making a clean escape. As a result, the culprit is someone within this room. The question is, who? Question these present and find the culprit. Remember, the assailant will attempt to lie his or her way out of trouble. Okay. So, let's see what we've got here. The princess says, "Oh my, I could not have been the prince. I saw him in another room when we heard that terrible scream." The prince, "I most certainly heard the voice of a woman coming from this very room, but the villager and the princess had not yet arrived. I hastened to his majesty's side as fast as possible, but none but the prince and myself were in the room. Villager, the merchant and I arrived together. It is impossible that either of us could be the culprit." Then the merchant, "I noticed a woman come in shortly after I arrived. She certainly seemed to have taken her time getting here." Okay. So, with that information, we have who is the one telling a lie. So let's go over what they're saying. You are saying, no one but the prince and myself were in the room. So the knight is saying that knight, prince, over PR, and P will do for that, over everyone else. So that's what they're saying, PVM. So they're saying that they were in first, okay? The princess said, "Oh my, it could not have been the prince. I saw him in another room when we heard that terrible scream." Okay. Prince was saying, "I most certainly had the voice of a woman, but the villager and the princess had not yet arrived." So the villager and the princess weren't yet in. "I noticed a woman come in shortly after I arrived. She seemed to have taken her time getting here. I saw him in another room when we heard that." So it's likely that the merchant and I arrived together. It's impossible for either of us to have been the culprit. So those two arrived together. So apparently it seems the princess arrived last. The prince and the knight joined together. And they say they heard a woman scream. Oh, they said there's a scream. It's possible for either of us to be the culprit. "I noticed a woman coming shortly after I arrived. Hastened to His Majesty's side. I most certainly heard the voice of a woman coming from this very room, but the villager and the princess had not yet arrived." So, in which case then, if they're claiming that the voice they heard was a woman's scream, it's not the villager or the princess, it's not the prince, it's not the merchant, it's the knight who, because we cannot see them, must in fact be a woman. None but the prince and myself were in the room.
Don't worry.
That's right.
Leave this one to me.
You two said you came in together,
As you'd expect from a gentleman in
but you
training.
didn't. The female voice the prince heard was that of the knight, who was a woman. The knight was first to enter, followed by the prince, the merchant, the villager, and lastly, the princess. That's what they were. It's a regicide. Ah, just as I thought. A bred young man. I pride myself on my puzzle-solving skills. Then your future is assured. A sharp mind is essential for success. With a mind as sharp as yours, you could even take over my business someday. Just imagining you as a pawnbroker is certainly an entertaining image, Luke. I've always been the professor's apprentice, and I can't imagine doing anything else. Ah, damn it. I wanted to leave someday. Still, though, that's been nice over on this side. Now we'll have a look over here. Just want to check whether or not we've got everything there. Yep, we have, by the looks of things. Now head over to the east shopping area. What have we got here? Well, we got 3 hint coins to find. The first one being there. Then the second one being there. And then, what do we got there? Nothing that way. Nothing that way. We got something there. I will say there's a little... I do like these background bits where it's just someone walking past. It's not perfect. They're a bit slidey, but it does its job, and that's all it needs to do. So that's fine. I'm curious to see whether or not anyone's going to end up, if anyone's going to reappear. That's just a looping thing. But that's something for later. We'll deal with. For now, we've got what? We got that. We got just this person to talk to. You're in more detail than others, so I guess I'll have to talk about you. Wow, a bakery! Oh, and it smells so good! If it's the bakery you want, they're out at the moment, but they should be back soon. Oh, that's too bad. But don't you think the taste of bread has changed a bit recently? And the people working there seem different too. But then I also feel like they've always been working there.
Do you mean to say you're not certain?
No, I'm not. It's just there's somehow I feel that I somehow have that feeling that there's more people working there now.
There is something I would like to ask you. How knowledgeable are you about the people of this town?
The people? Well, I've lived here all my life, so I guess I know most of them. What do you want to know?
I would like to know if you have ever met a man called Carmine.
Carmina? Sorry, but no. I've never seen nor heard of anyone by that name.
You've never heard of him?
How curious. Do you think he was just going under a different name here? More importantly, shouldn't you two be on your way? Everyone else is already heading there.
Is there something else we should be doing?
Are you kidding? With all the townspeople getting so excited like this? You two must be waiting as well, right? Why not kill some time with a puzzle? Ah, a puzzle you say? Well, very well. Let's see what you've got here. Puzzle number 09, Marionettes. Let's see what we've got here then. There are 6 puppets, each with individually controlled body parts. They each have a total of 6 parts: a head, a body, 2 arms, and 2 legs. The controls for each of the puppet's body's parts have been separated. Use the stylus to connect each puppet with the correct number of body parts. Note that none of the connections can overlap each other. Okay, so we're just looking to make 6 lines like that. Okay. So yeah, like they said, so what they're saying is you can't overlap. So just as a check, you can't do, like, I can't pull the red down. Okay, well that's good to know. All right then, so let's have a little think about this. So the first thing that I wonder, or I just want to check, is can I do, does it have to be like a continuous line? Like can I do like, I can do that. Okay, so it could be any shape. So I could do like that and then that. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, that's something that I just wanted to check. So that's got to come down, that's got to come down. We know that for certain. If that's the case, then that's got to do that. Which means that's got to go that way. Which means that's got to go that way. Which means that's got to go that way. If that's doing that, then let's see. That's going to have 2 hands, right? And that's done. This one goes up here to fill that. That goes that way, goes that way, goes that way. And then it could go to either one of the 2 hands. We're not certain yet. If this one's going this way, then it's also going to need a body. It's also going to need 2 feet. And it's going to bring that down that way like that. That's going to need a hand like that. This one needs this. So that goes that way, which means that goes there, that goes there. That one's missing that, and that one's missing that. Nice bit of fun.
Don't worry.
I like that one.
Leave this one to me.
That one's a fun little logic one. You can kind of sort of piece together bits from the top left corner and then pull it out from there, and that's really, really cool. The puppets look very pleased to be standing on their feet again. Hooray! Pulling the strings is far better than having your strings pulled, don't you think? Bravo! Brilliantly solved.
Thank you. So something really is about to happen.
You seriously don't know? Amazing. To think there could be it could be anyone in town who could be so clueless. Well, if you don't know, why not come and see for yourselves? As they say, seeing is believing. Or should it be a picture is worth 1,000 words? I'm sure you get what I mean. You could have just told us. This is all a bit exasperating.
Well, it looks as if we'll just have to go and see for ourselves. As soon as we've finished looking around, let's head for North Parade Avenue.
Well, sounds good, Professor.
I think we have. Yes, we have.
He's come! The teller has come! Quick! We must go and see him on North Parade Avenue! Oh no! I'm late! And I've been meaning to wait from this morning!
The centre of town is certainly bustling. Something looks set to start in North Parade Avenue.
Everyone's heading that way! Come on, Professor! Let's go with them!
Alright then. Let us head that way. Well, to North Parade. Now let us see what we have.
There he is! This is it! He's about to appear! This is the moment I've been waiting for ever since I began queuing this morning! I can hear their footsteps! He'll be here any moment now! And that means Inquisitor Barnum will be with him! Oh, I just can't wait to see Zacky Wacky up close! Come on, come on! We're waiting! Once this is over, I have to get back and finish my deliveries! Come on! We people have gathered in the streets, we all wait, waiting to see him, to learn of our fate! Oh. Dearie me, look at them all clamouring for a peek. It's as if this has never happened before. It'd be more fitting and proper to wait with calmness and solemnity to show our respect. I always have trouble mingling with the common masses. Ugh. Now, out of the way! Let a lady and her goat see!
Attention, you rabble! Keep that line straight there!
It looks like it's beginning at last, Professor.
Yes, you appear to be right, my boy. The level of excitement is remarkable.
Hey, you! You with the tall hat! I can't see a thing!
No, you can't!
I beg your pardon, madam. What might be the occasion?
What are you saying? I've never heard such nonsense. And to think that he is about to appear!
Sorry, but when you say he, who exactly do you mean?
Surely you two can't be serious. Why?
Aye.
It's him, of course.
The pronoun game!
Town's creator, the storyteller himself.
The storyteller.
Huh? The creator of Labyrinthia?
Indeed.
My final appearance begins now. Welcome, the storyteller.
I love the storyteller's voice. It's absolutely fantastic.
amazing.
And the owl. I love the owl. This is true. It's just a really nice scene. I like this.
Creator.
It's just this nice sort of moment thing.
Thank you for granting me this lovely baby girl. Look at my mother. She was in bed, but now she's as fit as a fiddle.
So every single person, every single one of them all has a story. And here, look who we see.
People of Labyrinthia, behold your new story.
Oh great, now all the pages are out of order. Yes. I like this. Just that little subtle thing. We're in the know with some of this. Because that voice sounds eerily familiar, doesn't it?
Wow, that was amazing, wasn't it, Professor?
Indeed, but something would appear to be amiss.
Oh? What is it, Professor? What have you noticed? This story is horrible! No, this is terrible! This doesn't look good! Today I'll finish up my deliveries and go home early. Up until a moment ago, everyone was so excited. But now that the parade is past, the mood is here seems totally different. They all seem to be afraid of something. Yes, it's very strange, isn't it, Professor? Professor! There's one of those sheets of paper over there! That must be one of the sheets that the knights were throwing into the crowd. The problem seems to be related with what is written on those sheets of paper. Hang on, I'll pick one of them up. This doesn't look like a typical letter or anything like that. It's hard to imagine what could be so terrible. Let's start by giving it a read through. You read it aloud, Luke. Okay, Professor. Story fragments. Let's have a look at what it says. A fearsome witch moved deeper into the moonlit wood, casting a deathly shadow as she passed between the trees. And when the two young companions stepped into the darkness of the woods, they were drawn into her magical fire, and their lives were consumed in its flames. Interesting. Our fifth mystery. The storyteller. After finding themselves in Labyrinthia, the Professor and Luke saw the parade of the town's creator, the storyteller. But on reading the story that was distributed to them, the townsfolk became afraid. The horrific story on the piece of paper described how two young companions would be burned to death by a witch. Indeed, do we have anything else for here? We do! Apparently, everything that takes place in the book is called that, Layton's thoughts. We were engulfed in a sudden blinding light from the Historia Labyrinthia. The next thing we knew, we were in the town. The townsfolk of Labyrinthia seemed to be looking forward to some kind of event. We should certainly go along to see it. As for the witches, we managed to help Iskella escape to that certainly point us. Yep. So yeah, just some more thoughts. What could that mean? A witch again? And what about where it says their lives were consumed in the flames? Luke, let us cast our minds back to what Iskella said in London. I seem to recall her mentioning that those witches had followed her from Labyrinthia. So that would mean that the witches we saw in London really were from this town. The witch in this story, do you think she'll be the one from before? It's still too early to say, but at any rate, this seemingly prophetic story is rather disturbing. I only came to see Inquisitor Barnum, and this story is what I get. Oh my, what bad luck this is. Oh, no. Things have been so peaceful, and now the witch is on the strike once again. What a fearful world we live in. What an horrible story. I can't stay here any longer. I'm heading straight back to the market stall where I can be with my lovely little goats. Well, it seems that what's written here is indeed the reason for all the unusual unrest. It's definitely a little ominous, but it's only a story, isn't it? It's precisely because it's a story that we're so afraid. Don't you even know that much? Without fail, whenever a witch appears, somebody dies. Even if what you say is true, there's no reason to be afraid. After all, it's just a story. It's hardly going to become a reality. What are you saying? Yes, what do you mean by that? Eh? You're not implying that you don't believe in the story, are you? No. You'll get your comeuppance for this. Hey, you two! What's all the fuss about? Us? Nothing. We're not making a fuss. What is this? Is something the matter? Captain, it's these two, sir. They're creating a bit of a disturbance. Well, it's you two. Causing trouble again, are you? Captain! These two here, they are claiming that the story won't become a reality. How can they say such a thing? What's that? This simply cannot be. You claim that you don't believe what the storyteller writes. Could it be that you two... No, it couldn't be. A moment ago, they were claiming to have seen a witch. Honestly, that's what they were saying. Look, there are two of them. They could be the two in the story. The pair that gets killed by the witch. Well, they could be. Even if they're not, they must have something to do with the witch. Oh, great. Now fear and paranoia is setting into everyone else. Professor! This atmosphere is somewhat unsettling. It appears my original instincts regarding you two were indeed well-founded. You're clearly suspicious. Men, surround them! Ah, shit. Oh, dear. Uh-oh! Easy, Luke. Professor, this isn't good. Perhaps we should make a run for it. Agreed, but running off blindly in any old direction is unlikely to prove successful. We're too unfamiliar with the streets of this town. Aye, I wouldn't think of running if I were you. Just give up peacefully. But Professor! Yes, I have to give up. Mr. Layton! Luke! Both of you, over here! That voice. Hang on, isn't that... The voice came from that back street over there. Come on, Luke, let's run! Okay, Professor! Hey, wait! Stop! Come back here! After the men! They're getting away! Yes, sir, Captain! This is most unfortunate. As I thought, it really was you, Isabella. Why? But why? Why are you... Shh! I'll explain later. Please, just wait here quietly. Right. Where are they? Which way did they go? Captain, we seem to have lost them. What? They must still be here somewhere. Find them! I love that little shot. It appears we've managed to elude them. But what now? We can't stay here. They're bound to find us sooner or later. Let's move somewhere else. If we keep to the back streets, we should be able to reach the square without being seen. Follow me. Okay, we're in your hands. Come on, this way, and keep quiet. Also, remove that hat, you'll be less suspicious. Never ask me to remove my hat, Speller. Still, through the back streets, we've made our way all the way here. That was rather too close for comfort. It seems you rescued us this time. It was nothing. I'm just glad you were both able to get away safely. But what are you both doing here in Labyrinthia? We'd like to ask you the same question. What about you, Isabella? What happened after we were separated in London? I remember you jumping aboard that cargo vessel. Did you have any trouble getting away? Well, Easy now, Luke. We mustn't bombard Isabella with questions like that. I'm sorry, Isabella. No, I'm the one who should apologize. I'm afraid it's just not very clear. You have no reason to apologize, Isabella. But when you say it's not very clear, what do you mean precisely? Well, to be honest, I seem to be unable to clearly recall what happened. Is that so? After we put you aboard that ship, we should have followed after you. But at any rate, I am relieved to see that you're all right now. Yes, I am, thanks to you both. It's good that we could meet again like this. I'm so happy to see you here. Too right, we're both very happy too, aren't we, Professor? We certainly are, Luke. Let me guess. You both came here to solve the puzzles of Labyrinthia, didn't you? Well, yes, something like that, right, Professor? Actually, the truth of the matter is, we don't really know why we're here. Eh? It seems as if, well, it's almost as if we've been sucked right back into the book's story. Sucked into the story? If it's okay with you, Isabella, I'd like to ask you some questions about Labyrinthia. We can't really settle down here for a chat, can we? Those knights might find us again. We'll need somewhere to lie low for a while. I know. If it's all right with you two. Yes? For now, Mrs. Eclair is the local baker, is kindly putting me up in her shop. If you don't mind, you're welcome to come to my room. I'm afraid it's only an attic room, so it's a little small. Really? I mean, are you sure it's okay? If they were to find us there, wouldn't that mean trouble for everyone else at the shop? Not at all. You shouldn't even think like that. After all, it was you two who rescued me in London, wasn't it? So if there's anything I can do, you must let me help you in whatever way I can. Oh, this is nice. Isabella, oh, thank you. Allow us to graciously accept your kind offer. So right now, we're just trying to lay low. We got a lot of questions to ask, but Isabella's back here in Labyrinthia. We've got some interesting things to know. The whole bakery side of things. A little foreshadowing there. Okay, let's make our way there while we can keep an eye out for those knights. The bakery is on the eastern side of town. Indeed it is. So let's head on over that way. First, we have a bit more to follow through on the story that has been completed. The Labyrinthia's Secret. The town of Labyrinthia is a mysterious place of witches and witchcraft, where everything written by the storyteller becomes reality. Labyrinthia is a world in which the people live in fear of witches and witchcraft, and where knights are the only protection. Indeed they are. For now, though, we have to make our way across, but that is something that we will do in the next episode. For now, we're going to end things off here. So, like I said, that's the end, and all is going to go well. Hopefully, you'll be back tomorrow for more. But for now, my name has been Supersonic Blood. Remember to like, comment, subscribe for more, and to share this stuff so people know that it exists. You guys have been a fantastic audience, and I shall see you all next time.